and welcome to Psychology for Christians. This is number 10, commandment number 10 in the series on psychology and the 10 commandments. And I hope that these have been helpful to you. If they are, please don't forget to share them on social media. Please hit subscribe and let me know if they're helpful. I love to hear from you. So number 10, coveting. Woo! My favorite author says that this is probably the most dangerous of all of them. And I think it's because it's the easiest one to kind of dismiss, really, it's like, oh, well, I don't really covet my neighbor's, wife or cows or horse, dog. Well, some people do covet other people's dogs. They just, oh, such a cute puppy. But it's kind of it's a deeper meaning, right? Like Paul talks about be content with such things as ye have. It's the opposite of contentment, coveting. It's this desiring something that is not really yours, not attainable. Now, this is different, obviously, from goal setting. You may not have your Bachelor of Education, but you want to be a school teacher. And so you are working toward getting a Bachelor of Education. That's not the same thing. And obviously, it's really specific, right? Like, now, coveting someone else's Bachelor of Education, well, they're so lucky they got to go to Harvard or whatever, right? Like whatever it is, that's the mindset. It's like this, I don't have what you have, and that's why I'm miserable. Well, okay, that's dramatic, but you get what I'm saying. That's where covetousness comes in, and that's where being content with such things is being content with what you have is important. You be content with what you have already does not mean you can't aim for excellence and try and improve. Man, I just took a new course on cognitive behavior therapy for insomnia, CBT-I. And of course I want to learn new things. I don't want to get stuck, but I'm still content. I'm still content with the education I had previously, and it doesn't mean I don't want more. So, I think that's pretty obvious. And if you're stuck there, then there may be something attached that you're not willing to fully give up. So I would recommend prayerful study, and I'd recommend, maybe some self-reflection, taking that up with the Lord, because, it should be pretty obvious that there's a difference and that you can be content and yet still striving for excellence, that you can be okay with being a human being and all your flaws, and accepting yourself for who you are, and yet willing to improve yourself. I don't want to buy into the worldly standard, which is like, oh, just accept who you are, lock, stock, and barrel. Because if that were the case, I would have almost no empathy, which, would be terrible as a counselor. And I would say I have pretty good empathy. I get pretty good scores with my clients. They tell me I have pretty good empathy. So, but that didn't come naturally. I'm like, that was not who I was as a kid. I was a tomboy. I'm like a mechanic. Took 1 year of mechanics. I like tactile stuff, welding, building. I've been, a chair of a building committee twice. Really analytical. So if I just stayed there, I wouldn't be improving myself. So I think that's important. I think it's okay to separate those. And if you want to hear about some of these quotes, or mottos or slogans like be true to yourself and all that kind of stuff, I talk about the benefits and the warnings and cautions in my other playlist called, I think I renamed it. I think I named it, Message and Mottos, something like that. Look for messages and mottos on my YouTube channel. I have, a couple different playlists. When I'm currently making this video, I have 3 playlists on there. So yeah, that, I think contentment, finding that comfortable place is really important for psychology-wise. When we have contentment, we have peace. It de-stresses us because we're not stressed over, whoa, get talking with my hands. My dad used to say if he tied my hands, I couldn't talk. I think it's true. So anyway, back to the video. So being content, being comfortable, being appreciative and grateful even is part of this commandment. It is. And attitude of gratitude is so important for healthy psychology. It really is to look at the positive things that are about yourself and about others and about life. It's important. It's important not to get blindsided by all the negative stuff that's going on. I mean, at the time of doing this video, it's like there's COVID and there's political unrest and issues back and forth, and I can't visit my US friends and they can't come here, and I have friends that can't even go to church because, you know, it's across the border. And so like there's a lot going on. There's, you know, you have to make sure you're washing your hands way more than I'm used to. I'm such a tomboy. It's like, oh, I can't wash my hands, really. Anyway, so there's a lot of pressure and stress, and it gets worse every year. And the younger you are, the worse it is. And I think older adults, you need to hear this. It is extremely hard on children and young adults right now, like extremely hard. And I don't care if you know, went through depression, which you'd be like really old if that was the case. And oh, I shouldn't say really old. See, still my social faux pas come out. That's the brain problem that I have. It's not that I have ageism. Because personally, I don't even think we are an age. Like my brain is pretty much 18, and it always has been. Like even when I was 12, I felt, well, probably 17 to 18, somewhere in there. I always felt that age. I've always felt that age. And I've talked to seniors about this, and they say the same thing, that people have different ages that they relate to. Like several of the seniors I talked to was 30 or 35 or 40, somewhere in there. But, you know, anyways. There's the ADHD. Woohoo! Kicking in again because I'm going off script. I've been doing these videos with no script. So you can put in the comments below if you prefer me staying to a script. I'd like you to put that down below and I don't get off topic so badly. Although I think this is more fun for me and a little less work, but you know, maybe I don't get as many really good points down. So, you know, go ahead, put it in. Just be kind when you do it, because we're all real people with real problems and real feelings. Thank you for watching.